Hey, what's up, guys? Bill the Universe, and I'm going to be doing the birth chart of RJ Mitte. And he most famously is known for doing the Breaking Bad episodes, the Breaking Bad series. He is the son. So, I wanted to do his chart because I'm actually watching his newest film, Triumph, and it's really, really good, and I like it. And I've been a fan of his for a long time, and he gives me such sun vibes, like such sun energy. And people who are ruled by the sun um, are either like on the bad side, they can be like womanizers and they can be very cynical but incredibly smart and incredibly learned, um, very rude. They do what's best for them, but it winds up being like really bad for others. Or it'll go the other way where they are heavily spiritual, they are very involved with their community. They have a very deep, sincere, um, they have very deep, sincere feelings towards their friends, towards their community. A part of their life purpose is building people up. And whenever you see like a masculine looking man who is just always so giving and kind and just non egotistical at all, just completely relinquishes the ego and just puts others on a pedestal. Whenever you see that type of behavior from a masculine looking man like RJ Mitty, you can bet that they're a sun native. And I'm right, he is a Kritika sun. Kritika is nowadays known as the cluster star Pleiades, but in classical astrology, it was called Kritika, and it's a sun ruled nakshatra. So these people are very manly. They have a manly looking face, they have a manly looking body. They're not exactly pretty because they're more masculine looking. So even though he's a very handsome man, um, it's not exactly that he's just so pretty, like Orlando Bloom or Zac Efron. It's more like masculine beauty, which is pretty interesting. So I was definitely right. He is a Sun native, and it totally. If you, I follow his Instagram, and he's always just like talking. He barely puts like posts about himself or photo shoots or anything like that. It's always like, go to this event, go to this fundraiser. There's a new theater in this tiny little town that's opening up. Go to it. It's always about lifting other people up, which is totally a Sun thing to do. The other thing is, Kritika is in Taurus. So Taurus is Venus, which is beauty, and it does rule the face, which is the second house. And he does have a very handsome face. He has very feminine eyes. Um, I don't know his ascendant. I feel like he's a Purva Bhajapada ascendant because men with those very thick eyebrows and feminine eyes, like that is a very Purva Bhajapada. You know who else has that feature is Andrew Garfield. Again, very thick eyebrows, but with like feminine, longer eyes, pointed eyes. Um, and so I love that trait. So that's a star in Aquarius. I think he's an Aquarius ascendant, but that's just me. I don't know because I don't know the time he was born. Do you know what this chart actually is? For me, this chart is actually really spiritual. So I don't know what he feels his life path is. I'm not here to tell him that, but I truly believe that he has a very spiritual like path in this life. There's a couple of reasons. One, because his sun is in Magha, and that's ruled by Ketu. That's a star in Leo. So he's born August 21st. That's a star in Leo. By the way, this is Vedic astrology. So this is different than normal astrology. This is a little bit more accurate. So anyway, yeah. So every August 21st, the sun is under the constellation of Leo. That's what makes my astrology a bit different because it's actually literally where the planets are. And Ketu is ruling that. When Ketu rules over your sun, this can make you kind of weird, or it can make you look weird, or it can make you be weird, or it can make you act weird. It can give you a lot of weird experiences. So it can like give you hyper supernatural experiences. It could affect your mind in some debilitating way. It can affect your body in some type of debilitating way. Ketu doesn't do it to punish you. Actually, Ketu is incredibly spiritual. It's the most spiritual star other than Jupiter. And it's doing it because it's saying that you already decided before you came to this earth that your soul wants to grow and to get bigger and stronger. So you needed a lot of obstacles on this earth to overcome it, to build your character, to build your soul, to build the strength of your heart. And so that would be one reason why Ketu is ruling his sun. And then the other thing that was really spiritual for me was that he has Mars conjunct his moon. Mars is naturally malefic. It's not something you want conjuncting your moon. Anything that conjuncts your moon can be taken away, or it can affect it badly, especially if it's a malefic like Mars. So Mars is the planet of violence and bad times and always being in the hospital. It could also be in the planet of giving you drug addictions. It can give you some type of way to like harm yourself and others. You know, it could be through drugs or violence or, you know, whatever. Women that are badly affected by Mars can attract violent men or men who have been in and out of jail. You know, these men can be dangerous actually. But on the other side, these men are actually, I see a lot of them in the hospital. A lot of them are doctors. They work servicing people. A lot of them are, soldiers, firemen, policemen, you know, just incredibly brave people. So when Mars affects you badly, it can actually make you harmful to yourself and others. But when Mars is affecting you wonderfully, it can, and where is his Mars? In Taurus, in Rohini. Interesting. So anyway, when Mars affects you good, it can also make you like a servant to humanity. So it can make you like a healer. Actually, it can make you a healer. It can make you very spiritually oriented. Mars also being a malefic can give you the spiritual gift of seeing spirits and having spiritual experiences. So that's another reason why I think he's a spiritual person. The other reason is that he's got Jupiter conjunct his sun. Jupiter, like I said Ketu and Jupiter are the most spiritual planets, and he has Jupiter conjunct his sun. So I think that's pretty interesting. That's another indicator of spirituality. Where is Jupiter? In Porta Falguni. So this means that, and it's in the Scorpio Navamsha. Okay, so this means that he can have a lot of spiritual gifts and he can be very spiritual, but also, this is weird to say, but he can also have quite a bit of occultic experience or occultic knowledge. So like tarot cards, astrology, ghosts, I was gonna say goblins, but just like anything occultic, and occultic means hidden. So it's gonna mean he has a talent for hidden knowledge, for hidden experiences, things that are not so popular in the light, things that are more common in the dark. So like spiritual things like that. Yeah, and he may have experiences where they just pop up on him like randomly, like almost like kind of meant to attack him or surprise him, because Porta Falguni is in Leo, and he's also got Venus in Leo. So Leo is like surprising you, and then Venus is violence. Venus is attacking. Venus is also destruction of the house or destruction of a building. So he might have had times where all of a sudden something burned down or something came down on him or something, even his body, since it's sun conjunct here, you know, all of a sudden just something just like crumbles or something just comes down. It's weird to explain. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if his mother was also artistic, because this is Porta Falguni, which is ruled by Venus, and it's in Leo, so it's very artistic, and it's in the 4th house of the mother. So I wonder if the mother is also spiritual and or a very learned, educated woman, because Jupiter can be very educated and just very artistic in general. So that was the other thing that gave him spirituality. And the other thing that was spiritual was that he has in his moon chart he has Ketu in his second house. So Ketu, like I said, is very spiritual, but also Ketu can take away for spiritual reasons. So and then his second house is in Gemini. So Gemini, you can always associate the word multiple. So if you had Ketu and Gemini in the second house, you can have multiple spiritual experiences in the home growing up, because second house is the home growing up. So this is what it could mean. Or Ketu takes away for spiritual gain. So he could have suffered a lot of losses in his home life, for the purpose of spiritual gain, for the purpose of growing his heart, growing his soul, making him even stronger. Um, but his Ketu it's actually Mrigashira. That's pretty nice. And it's in Scorpio. Interesting. Hmm. I'm not gonna lie. This chart can suggest. I know he's got a girlfriend now, but so maybe when he was younger, this chart can suggest that he was quite a player back in the day, or he could have been a kind of, yeah, like a player, like a very kind of a non-committed energy, where he just kind of just liked to keep it loose and have friends, and kind of friends with benefits, and just not really be too tight to anyone's particularly, because he is a Kritika moon, which is the very manly star. And also his Ketu is in Mrigashira, which is in the Scorpio Navamsha, so that's an extra emphasis on the pleasures of sex. So and it's in Gemini, right? So it's like multiple, and Gemini can be a cheater a little bit. So I'm not saying he's a cheater. I'm just saying, like, he a lot of girls might be after him. He might attract a lot of women, and I wouldn't be surprised because he's super handsome. Your Saturn is in Shravana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I wonder if he had a tough time getting an education, or for some reason there was um like a block between him and getting a higher education. He can still go for it, actually. I wonder if he's wanted to get an education in like some type of psychology, or some type of like spiritual mantras, or something very spiritual about the mind. And that'll come later on in his life for sure. I'm older than he is, so I'm 36. He's 20. No, he's 34. He's 32. Okay, yeah. So he's got some time for his Navamsha to kick in. Okay, guys. I think that's enough. 53. Yeah, I've been in my bathroom the whole time. All right, bye.